네, 일단 다들 자리에 앉아 주셨으니까요. 일단 본인 소개 먼저 부탁드릴게요.
안녕하세요. 식체인 한국 전략적 파트너고요. 광고, 한국시장 대처 등을 맡고 있는 AMK 진국이라고 합니다. 감사합니다.
네, 안녕하세요. 저는 한국 블록체인 미디어 코인인의 파트너 김희로입니다.
Hello everyone, I'm Stephanie from Skylight Capital from China, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Yes, I'm the Seekchain team friend, and come from the index chain. We are focused on the decentralized financing sport, and today is very my pleasure. And today I come to this meetup. Yeah, nice to meet you.
안녕하세요. Yes. Hello everyone. It's very nice to meet you guys here. I come from I더제로, and it is the co-founder. And we are is also public chain is focused on to provide a platform for developers. And now ETG has already entered big sum. And yes, it's very nice and pleasure to meet you guys here. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. I'm William. Thank you very much for this lovely evening, and I'm looking forward to come back to meet up with all of you. And please, the next time when I come, bring another 2 more friends. Okay? I want to make sure that everybody here now has a chance to understand what POC and what Seekchain can do for you. Thank you.
네, 여러 이렇게 각자 자기소개를 해주셨는데 다들 알아들으셨죠? 저는 사실 좀 알아듣는 것도 있고 못 알아듣는 것도 있었는데요. 그럼 제가 참석자들을 대표해서 몇 가지 질문 사항을 드리도록 하겠습니다. 제가 질문을 드리면 각 분마다 한 분씩 대답을 해주시면 되고요. 자, 첫 번째로 블록체인의 전망을 어떻게 바라보고 계신지 궁금한데요. 한 분씩 대답해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
What do you expect the blockchain growth? What do you think about the market before that? Okay, I will talk about the third point. P1T. What do you expect the blockchain growth? Well, okay. For the question number 1, I believe, in my personal opinion, blockchain will be definitely here to take over the world, because we are now only in the beginning stage. In any trend, okay, I'm in the financial industry. In any trend, a lot of people have not come in yet, especially number 1, the people from the stock market. 2, the people from the forex market. The forex market is a huge market, right? And I believe the blockchain here will be here to stay. And why the government or the financial banks do not want our blockchain to come in? Because they fear of what? Fear of blockchain taking over the business. The banks are earning transactions, millions of dollars from transaction. But because of blockchain technology, we do transaction in speed, economical way, and very security. Unless you get hacked. Okay? That's how I look at it.
Finish?
Yeah. Okay. Patu?
No, just a question. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, anybody here know Jack Ma? Alibaba. Yes. Alibaba, Jack Ma is very famous in China or even around the world. But let's think back to maybe 2000, when Jack Ma said, I want to create a business. I want to engage in internet. Maybe some people would say, you are a liar. Right? Yes, I think for the people in the blockchain, the people always think, yes, you are engaged in, yes, a scam. Yes. But even though many people think blockchain is a scam, but still there are so many people to buy Bitcoin, to buy Ethereum, or even to buy ETH, or even to, yes, maybe in the future, people will buy the Seekchain. I think blockchain technology, let's think about it. The government, even though maybe the Singapore has an open regulation for blockchain, now now the Chinese government also has an open, I think it's gradually we have an open regulation on blockchain. I think now there's a big news is now China want to have their own cryptocurrency. Fiat is like liberal. It's issue on the Facebook. So as far as I'm concerned, the blockchain will gradually to change our way of life. Especially now that anybody here knows the decentralized finance, DeFi. I think the DeFi will be the first maybe application when blockchain really goes to our life. So that is, I think, yes, I think, so when it comes to what do you expect the blockchain world, I think the blockchain will finally to bring us to another era. Yes, maybe in the future, when we go to the bank, we don't need to use the card. Yes, will make our life more convenient and more easy for us. Thank you.
What do you think impacts the blockchain world? Actually, as a Chinese, I can expect the blockchain world in our country because you know that our Chinese government forbidden that the Chinese people getting involved in the blockchain, but we still do that because I think blockchain really changed our life. You know that the Ryan said the Alibaba, Jack Ma, and you should know that the Alibaba now have the many applications based on blockchain technology. So as an investor, I care about if the next year we have the bull market. I think so. So we need more coin and more exploration in the blockchain world. I hope we have the great and hope for the future in the blockchain world. Thanks.
Blockchain has a bit of very reputation problems, and as we can see that it is believed that a lot of businesses are very usually very skeptical and unwilling to adopt the technology because it is too associated with cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin. And I may expect to see the more projects ranging from supply chain or transparency and governance, ranking seeing into a very true value of blockchain. And as we know that Chinese government are very supportive about blockchain technology, as we can see that there are so many enterprises are very supportive with, such as Alibaba. They have already had more than 300 projects about blockchain. So the Chinese governments are very supportive about this. And I'm willing to see the blockchain will turn into more like technology one and nothing about cryptocurrency, I think. Thank you very much.
저는 요즘에 저번 주에 비트코인 가격이 되게 많이 떨어졌잖아요. 그래서 많은 사람들이 첫 번째 질문을 많이 했던 것 같아요. 서로 업계사분들끼리 만나면 이제 블록체인의 미래가 어떻게 될까 이런 얘기를 많이 했었는데 사실 이제 블록체인이라는 것 자체가 막 되게 말이 많잖아요. 진짜 앞서 말씀하셨던 것처럼 스캠이다라고 생각하시는 분도 있고 굉장히 미래에 각광받을 사업이라고 생각하시는 분들도 계시고 그렇게 생각하시는 분들이 여기 블록체인 업계에서 일을 하고 있다고 저는 생각을 합니다. 그리고 저는 저의 개인적인 생각으로는 블록체인 산업 자체가 지금 좀 과도기의 상태에 있다고 생각을 하고 이제 좀 앞으로는 좀 더 밝은 미래가 있을 거라고 저는 생각을 하는데 블록체인이라는 기술 자체가 모든 산업에 적용이 될 수가 있고 거의 모든 산업에 블록체인을 적용시켰을 때 사실 굉장히 효율성이 높아진다고 저는 생각을 하고 있기 때문에 블록체인의 미래가 밝을 거라고 생각을 합니다. 그리고 블록체인이 기술적으로 당연히 그렇지만 이제 크립토커런시는 어떻게 되는 거냐라고 많이들 생각을 하시는데 저는 사실 이제 블록체인 산업 자체, 블록체인 기술은 좋지만 암호화폐 나쁘다라고 말하는 것도 두 개는 뗄 수가 없는데 그렇게 하나가 좋고 하나가 나쁘다라고 생각을 하거나 말을 하는 건 좀 아니라고 생각을 해서 저는 앞으로 전망이 좋을 거라고 생각합니다.
이 화폐가 2600년 전에 만들어졌는데 지금 가상화폐가 만들어진 지 이제 10년, 15년 정도밖에 안 됐잖아요. 사실 시간이 바뀌면서 이제 점점 변화의 속도가 빨라지는데 사회 전반적으로 모든 것이 사용되고 소비되는데 변화되는 시간을 이제 블록체인은 더 빨리 진행시킬 거라고 생각을 하고 다른 업계, 지금 IT뿐만이 아니라 전통적인 산업, 제조업이라든지 서비스군이라든지 모두 이제 블록체인 쪽에 연결이 돼서 같이 사용될 거라고 저는 생각을 합니다.
네, 그럼 이제 두 번째 질문 드리도록 할게요. 내년 비트코인이 감산되기 전에 가상화폐 시장의 전망을 어떻게 보고 계신지 또 한 분 한 분씩 대답 부탁드립니다.
이번에는 사실 저는 조금 의미 없는 질문 같은데 뭐 별자리나 혈액형 이런 거랑 같은 얘기 아닐까. 어차피 감산이 되면은 결국 자본들이 쏠릴 거고 쏠리면서 채권값은 더 올라갈 거고 그만큼 적게 채굴될 거고 그만큼 가치는 또 뛸 거고 그러니까 돈이 올라가겠지 해서 돈을 넣으면은 과연 오를까? 이거는 사실 그냥 가십거리가 아닌가 싶네요.
네, 저도 비슷하게 생각을 하는데요. 사실 저희가 막 투자를 할 때 차트도 보고 기사도 보고 많은 뉴스를 보고 투자를 하시잖아요. 저도 그렇고. 근데 정말 사실 비트코인은 저도 내년에 그렇게 반감기가 오고 해도 저희가 여전히 알 수 없지 않을까 그런 생각에 좀 동일합니다.
Bitcoin deflection makes the bitcoins very scarce, and as we know, when something is scarce, it has more value about this, and as we know, the halving is set to happen in 8 months, and once the halving happens, I think the price of Bitcoin will have a very, very big change. And as we know that there are so many investors in cryptocurrency, they buy the Bitcoin at different price, so I may expect Bitcoin at a very high price in the next half of the years. Thank you.
I think we should have the bull market because the back exchange, very famous, the American exchange now has to do his business. And I think more and more the big company, the VC company or investor company will have get to some the part of the business in blockchain world. So I have the good things and a good version, great version about this market before the heavy of the Bitcoin production next year.
Okay, in case of before I start to answer these questions, I want to ask you guys one question. What stage do you think we are in? The bear market or bull market? Bear market, raise your hand. Bear. Bear. So the rest of you think now we are in the bull market? Yes, but yes, as we know, let's go back to the early 2019. I think it is the Binance. Binance to start to doing the IEO, and then because of IEO to attract so many money from the outside world. Yes, and after I think it's been 5 to 6 months. Yes, anybody here to invest the first IEO in the Binance? Any people here? Yes, I think the investment it's like, I think if you participate in the first IEO in the Binance, maybe you will get 20 times profit. But I didn't. But I joined the second one. Yes. Yes, I was lucky. Yes. So I think when it comes to what do you think about this market before the halving of the Bitcoin production next year, I think we have to consider the speculation emotion, and we have to think about the amount of the money in this market. I think now the people who get money will go up to this. Will go up to this market. I think in the April, I think the Bitcoin from $3,000 to $6,000. I think it roughly it takes about maybe 3 weeks, right? And then from 6,000 to $6,000 to $14,000. It takes about roughly 2 months. And now, roughly 4 months, Binance has already to set up, I think, 4 IEOs. And after 4 months now in China, in the Korea, or even in other countries, almost every exchange they want to do IEOs. So for now, I think now the money in this market, I think just a few. It's not that enough money for the Bitcoin to maybe go to another stage. But when it comes to the halving, still have 8 months. I think the Bitcoin price will maybe to go down. Yes, to kick out of those speculators or those who are with strong fears. And then when the banker get enough Bitcoin in a small price. For example, now the Bitcoin price is $8,000. I think maybe $7 to $8 would be important. When it starts to next bull market, and then when the bull market, the real bull market is coming. Maybe yes. If I predict, I think the peak of the next price of the Bitcoin would be maybe $50. It's my opinion. Thank you. Maybe next month before, maybe next year, November. Yes, it will go to this price. But it is just my predict. Yes.
No. Whatever they have said for me, so I got nothing to say. But anyway, my personal opinion. Now, if you look at I'm a from the stock market. If you look at the stock market or you look at the trend, take for example, before the halving of Ethereum or the Litecoin. Litecoin was, I think, was $32, and they hyped it up to $130, I think. About. So there is a space of $100, range of $100 within that okay, that range. So looking at Bitcoin, I believe if you look at the past history, okay, I think Bitcoin will move up before till about the near to the halving, and it will come down. Okay, so if you want, it's always greed versus reward. You must know what is your level of tolerance, how much and at what price. And of course the chart will give you a picture. If you were to refer, probably before the halving, I would say 1 month before the halving, that would be a good point to exit. Okay, that would be a good point to exit. So from now until maybe March or April, I think it's a good time to buy. It's a good time to buy. Okay, but coming near to the halving, you should take your profit. Right? If you are doing on a trading speculation side. But if you are a long-term hold, you don't care. You just buy. Even the sky drop, you just buy. Okay, this is because first and foremost, Bitcoin is just like the blue chip of a stock. It's the blue chip of cryptocurrency. 它就是老大, big brother. Okay, in any situation like in the stock market, the banks, when there's a financial crisis, the bank's stock will come down first, followed by all other stocks. Property stocks, whatever stocks will come down. Right? So, but if you have the money to hold, or you have the money to pick when it's bottom, you're right. But looking at the whole trend, in the stock market, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, Kospi, yen or whatever, even the STI index, we are always looking at the uptrend. But of course, in between, you have the ups and the downs, right? But holding on, you'll be on uptrend. So I believe it all depends on what is your horizon, the time frame that you're looking at. If you are a long-term hold, buy at a interval. Means if I have 100,000, right, I will put it at 10,000. Average dollar cost DCA. Okay? But if you are in the cryptocurrency world, I think it will be a long-term hold. That's my thing.
네, 이제 마지막 질문입니다. POC에 대해서 어떻게 생각하시는지, 또 시크체인이 말하는 것은 무엇인지 답변해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Okay. Okay, as for POC, as I mentioned during the presentation, POC is the new trend, the new way. The advantages, the disadvantages, and of course, as I mentioned before, I ended my talk just now. If many of you were to live 10 years back, you would wish you had bought Bitcoin at $8. Today is 8,000. So today is just like 10 years ago for Bitcoin. 10 years from today, maybe, okay. If you can give a 50 times, I think it's a good investment. Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to POC is proof of capacity. Anybody here knows the oldest coin called Burst? B-U-R-S-T, Burst. Yes, Burst coin is the first one, yes, in the world. But who is the number one that attracts so many attention from the blockchain? I think it is a coin called BHD, Bitcoin HD. Yes. So, but the Bitcoin SD, yes, they have to put their coin in the miner, and then you can retrieve your token, yes, anytime you want. But for Seekchain, yes, Seekchain is like you have to burn your token. So when it comes to burn tokens, you have to, and then you start to mine tokens. It means the saturation in this market will become lower and lower. It is deflation. But for the Bitcoin SD and Bitcoin, it is no deflation. It's inflation. Yes. So the POC now at this moment in this market, I think just maybe 10 projects. So I think, like William said, if we consider now as the Bitcoin 10 years ago, maybe I think now it is the right time for us to go to this market. Because for the Bitcoin, yes, I think the most important point is that all the miners can support the price of the Bitcoin. Now there are so many ASICs miners in the world, especially in China or in Russia or Canada. There are so many ASICs miners in the world. They support the price of the Bitcoin. So I think it is time for the POC mining. At least we can say the POC token will not go down to bottom and then finally go to zero because of the miners can support the price. So I do believe POC is a new trend for the blockchain. I think maybe after 1 year, every people in the blockchain or they will talk about a POC. It's like maybe 10 years when just a few people were talking about the Bitcoin, just a few people can mine the Bitcoin. Thank you.
After my answer, I have a question for you all. Who know the POC before you come to this meetup? No one? I just don't know that, but I should know that. I just don't know POC consensus only 1 week because my friend invited me to the meetup and have a mistake to me that do a presentation. POC proof of the capacity, as my opinion, I think is the most important thing. The problem is solved is I can build a miner by myself. I can go to, for example, I come to Sora, maybe I come to go to the Tokyo or everywhere. They sell the CPU, the GPU, and hard disk. And then I can build my own POC miner by myself. I don't have to go to the Shenzhen to buy an ASIC miner. Yes. So I think this is finally we find a decentralized way. This is the only way, I think, to do the decentralized. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I think that the mining market, the mining industry is very mature in the blockchain market, and we can also see some advantages about the POC mining. And the first one is that we can see the high-level security of POC like POW, And the second one is that it has the very high efficiency as the transaction confirmation time is very short. And the third one is that it has very low consumption. And the fourth one is that it's very important that everyone can participate in this POC mining. As that if you can buy a hard disk, you can participate in it. And I think that POC mining will be a trade in blockchain way. And also the last thing that I want to say that I wish great development of for Seekchain. Yeah, thank you very much. And we also will be Skylight will be a partner of Seekchain too. Thank you.
코인을 채굴하고 마이닝하는 방식이 되게 많이 발전을 해오고 있다고 생각을 하는데요. 처음에는 비트코인 채굴하고 채굴장 짓고 방금 말씀하신 것처럼 그렇게 하다가 이제 솔직히 채굴장을 지으려면은 되게 많은 비용이 들고 이제 또 한국에서는 좀 거의 어려워지고 다들 아까深圳이나 다른 동반도 있고 우크라이나도 있고 되게 외국에서 지금 많이들 하고 계시잖아요. 채굴장 기존에 운영하시던 분들은. 근데 그러다가 클라우드 마이닝이라고 또 새로운 방식의 마이닝이 나왔고 이제 POC 방식이 나왔는데 저는 이게 하드디스크로 하는 마이닝이다 보니까 사람들이 접근하기도 쉽고 좀 기존의 마이닝보다 많이 부담이 적다고 생각을 해요. 근데 그래서 사람들이 새로 블록체인에 들어올 수 있는 어떤 역할을 할 수 있지 않을까? 시크체인도 똑같이 그런 역할을 할 수 있지 않을까라고 생각합니다.
네, 저도 사실 비슷한 입장인데요. 이 POC 증명이라는 것 자체가 좀 더 범용성이 사실 화폐의 가치라는 거는 대중이 결정해 주는 것이기 때문에 POC라는 것 자체가 마이너에게 문턱을 낮춰서 더 많은 사람들이 이 가상화폐 시장에 진입할 수 있는 그런 징검다리 역할을 해서 조금 더 많은 사람들이 이 가상화폐에 접근을 하고 그거에 대한 이제 생태계를 지금 현재 시크체인만큼 이코노미 시스템 자체가 잘 된 코인이 없다고 저는 POC 계에서는 확신을 합니다. 그렇기 때문에 이 점에 대해서는 지금 상당히 긍정적으로 생각하고 있습니다.
네, 그럼 이것으로 질의응답을 마치도록 하겠습니다. 수고해주신 협력팀에게 큰 박수 부탁드립니다. 다시 돌아